Call to order. Would you say the Pledge of Allegiance, Dr. Thomas?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call roll, please.
Okay, what's happening? It's not letting me. Miss Clodfelter?
Here.
Miss Nyworth?
Here.
Miss Edwards?
Here.
Miss Bradley?
Here.
Mr. Jester?
here.
Colonel King?
I'll turn it over to you, Dr. Thomas.
Okay, thank you. Agenda item 4, recognition of special guests. Now, these guys aren't special guests. They'll be with us for a while. But I would like to introduce our new 2 Sodexo managers from Child Nutrition, Daniel Grayab, and for our facility side is John Shirley. And some of you know Daniel. He's been around town for a while. And probably know his lovely wife over there, our Teacher of the Year last year.
Oh, awesome. I didn't make that connection. Awesome.
It's good to be here. Yeah, I was with Cameron most recently for 12 years, and I've been with Sodexo just about 20 years now. So
Welcome.
thanks for having me.
They said, I'm John Shirley, wife and I and daughter, very happy to be here, coming here from Arkansas. Spent the last 3.5 years with Sodexo, and prior to that I did 16 years overseas supporting a warfighter in lovely places like Iraq and Afghanistan.
All right. Well, welcome to Oklahoma.
Thank you all. Agenda item 5 is architect and construction manager report, so we'll hear from Corey first.
Didn't we meet? You didn't come last meeting, did you?
No,
Welcome
I'm
back.
sorry I had to
Welcome
miss. Good to see everyone again. I'm Corey Miller with AIP. Give a brief update, and then Matt Henderson is here with Crosland. On the Eisenhower Middle School project, last meeting we approved change order 9. Were there any questions remaining on that? Also with the safe rooms on Whittier, we approved change order 4. And then on the multiple safe rooms that were completed earlier, Edison has finally received its FEMA approval, so it is moving into the final CO issued by the city, and then we'll close that project out. Whittier, they're finishing up some punch list items, and then we've got a change order coming up probably next time we meet to return the unused contingency back to the district.
We got a ribbon cutting right next week on Whittier.
Thursday, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. 2 o'clock.
On the furniture for Eisenhower, KI has begun production, and the delivery date has been coordinated with Crosland for June 1st. So that is well underway. Over at the food service warehouse, demolition began on January 29th. And then as of yesterday, they had everything excavated with gravel back in for the recessed slabs. And then they were going to begin plumbing for the under slab drainage system today. MacArthur High School auditorium and admin HVAC. Admin was done over Christmas break. The auditorium is well underway. They've got most of the stage ductwork complete. They're working on the exterior component of that for the pad and the screen wall that protect that. And then they've started the structural reinforcements up on the roof for the larger units that serve the house of the auditorium. They're expecting to be done mid-March, and so they're coordinating with the drama department and making sure everybody's aware of when they can come back.
Now, on the structural reinforcements, do we have to have that inspected by anybody?
Yes, there will be third-party inspections on it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we just rebid the gym for MacArthur High School. Things came in well, and I think we're going to have our recommendation at the next board meeting. I didn't see it on the agenda for tonight, but we do recommend accepting the low bid on that. Over at Central Middle School, we just advertised to rebid that today. So we'll open bids on March 12th for that. Cameron, the field turf, we opened bids on the 13th for that, and we're still vetting bids. Hope to have a recommendation for the next board meeting too.
What was the Central Middle School one you opened for bids?
We're going to add a cooling tower to that system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we bid it previously, and it came in high, and so we've made some clarifications, and we think we've got some more interest in it this time, just because of the time of year when we're going to bid it, so
Okay.
expect some good savings this time around.
Good.
Over at Douglas, I heard back from the fire marshal that they are going to require the rescue window that is being required now from all classrooms in the state jurisdiction. And, you know, that used to be a requirement just in case you didn't have it sprinkled and didn't have a direct door to the outside. But I think with all the security concerns, they're wanting direct exits from all the classrooms now. So I think that's where that's coming from. But he also asked us to look into the fire alarm system. There may be some upgrades that are needed, so we're working with the current vendor to see the status of that right now. MacArthur High School gym foyer, locker room, also Pat Henry, Woodland Hills, and the food service warehouse re-roofs. We came down a couple weeks ago, did an inspection on our drawings, and we're getting that ready to go out to bid. Plan on advertising that next Thursday. The Ron Stevens Stadium wall repair, we are expecting the geotech and the survey reports back any time now, so as soon as they arrive, we'll set some schedules for bidding that. The Lawton High School gym auditorium HVAC project, met with the engineers on site on the 4th, planning for a review next week with the district, and then planning to advertise that on March 19th. Same thing with Tomlinson Middle School's gym. Any questions on any of those? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Matthew Henderson with Crossan. Josh couldn't make it today. He's had a career fair at his alma mater, So I was on the job site today. There's a lot of work going on. Basketball goals have been installed in Area D gymnasium. They're still taping and bedding and painting in the classroom areas. They're installing windows on the north side of the building where you can see them from Gore. We set the last 3 AHE units today on the roof, so that should be the last time you see a crane on site. And tomorrow we'll be disconnecting the gas line to hook it up to the new meter that runs to the cafeteria. We've let Dr. Thomas know about this because there's a possibility once we hook up the new gas line and do a pressure test that the old gas line running to the cafeteria will fail. So if that's the case, then we're going to just leave it in place and trench a new line and run it this weekend. But there's a strong possibility that they won't have the cafeteria ready by Monday morning. So other than that, that's pretty much,
And
we're
that's
going to
the
start
existing-
asphalt paved. Do what, ma'am?
That means when you said they won't have the gas line ready in the cafeteria by Monday morning, we mean for the existing cafeteria where they're eating out of, okay.
And Daniel is prepared to provide cold meals
Okay.
if there's no gas.
Yeah.
You're making them yourself, right?
Yeah, hopefully they should be able to get it done this weekend if that does occur. We just can't get an inspection until Monday morning.
Okay.
So that's the reason why.
Okay.
So,
And what's our contingency for if something like that happens? What do we
They do
do?
cold lunches.
They're gonna have cold
And
lunches.
so they, okay. So
Yeah.
Got that.
but starting next week, we're going to start asphalt paving on the east side and the south side of the school. So a lot of changes. Do you have any questions?
It's looking really good. I went by it last night. I wanted to see the purple, and boy, it's purple. It looks good. It looks real good. I
And
mean,
you had your crane in the street today, I
yeah,
saw that.
it's
Yeah.
very. It's,
And Josh told me you guys
looks
were
wonderful.
taking a visit here pretty soon,
The 10th.
the
yeah.
10th? Okay. So,
Excited about that.
okay.
All right.
You guys have questions?
I don't think so. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
thank you.
Have a good night.
Under agenda item 6, departmental reports, Gene Hastings has a proposed revision to a policy.
Good evening. This is policy DKA-R, and it's about the regulations of the assignment transfers, mainly for our certified staff. We need to be able to manage our talent. There are some certifications that are easier to find than others. When we have needs, we need to be able to utilize our staff in the best way. But our transfer policy kind of preempted us being able to do that, and so we've written it in a little more open format. Ms. Hatch has been on that committee. Mr. Owens has been on that committee. The 2 elementary directors, Ms. Cooksey, Ms. Catlin. So we've had input from that. This would provide some district oversight so that we're sure that we're not going to harm one for the benefit of another. But do you have any questions?
No,
you answered the question as to why we needed to update this right now, so that was my question on
And I
that.
noticed the interview moved, so.
Well, it was kind of out of order. It was
Yeah.
at number 2, but we were talking about the policy or the procedure about being a transfer, and then right there in the middle of it was about the interview, so we moved it
Makes more sense.
where it was more sequential.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Thank you.
For my report, it's my pleasure to introduce Nate Ellis of Public Law Finance, that's going to talk about the issuance of our bonds for this series.
I'm Chris Gander with BOK Securities, and this is Nate with the Public Finance Law Group. We're your financial advisor.
I was gonna
They
say,
serve as your
wrong
bond
name, I've
counsel.
been calling you by the wrong name.
He was here
Yeah.
a month ago, and that time he authorized the date, time, and place for the bond sale. I was going to say, I normally don't put my tie on until I come to the school board meeting or the council meeting. I started looking around everywhere around 3 o'clock, and it hit me that I know I just throw it in the backseat of my truck. I took my daughter to kindergarten this morning, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's a kindergarten teacher trying to figure out where she got a tie from when I was looking for a tie. So I'm sure they had a good time destroying it while I'm here without a tie, but that's part of it. So Nate handed out the bids. When he set the date, time, and place, it was today at 1 o'clock. Very happy. 7 bids is a great result. As you can see, all really solid bids too. I mean, you can kind of boil it all down, but if you go to the far right, our best bid was 1.14, and we carry it way out, 3.357%. So under 1.15%. Yeah, very, very good. Had a lot, going through the rating process. Lance did a great job. Market saw that. So we're recommending you award it to the low bidder. Other than that, you want to say anything about the resolutions? Okay, that's it. So with that, congratulations, and we recommend you award it to the low bid.
We need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve the low bidder.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
I was just trying to think when I came on the board 4 years ago, the bids were, I want to say around 3 or something percent. I mean, there was quite a difference in what we're looking at
Yeah,
now.
some of us, but rates have been low probably for 8 years, but I mean, and then we've kind of gone up and down, still on the lower end, but yeah, you all have improved and
just
gotten better and
amazing.
better rates, so.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we need a separate action on 7B?
Yeah, the
resolution?
The second item is the resolution actually authorizing the issuance of the bonds.
Okay. Need
Make a motion to approve 7B.
I'll second it again.
a call roll?
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Announcements, Foundation, I will remind everybody, the Foundation banquet is tomorrow evening at Apache Casino.
What time does it start?
And Lynn gave me the good news, and I
Good.
lost it.
I had to email and get it, or a text and say, is there any way I can get a ticket?
Sorry.
Did you get to? Yeah. Thank goodness, I'm afraid I was studying
Denise
some people I
took it.
didn't know.
Good news to share. Congratulations to Lawton High senior Jacob Compton. He won the Good Citizen Award from the local chapter of the Daughters of American Revolution. Based upon his record of achievements in and out of school and upon an essay he wrote, he was selected over students from 3 other high schools. And this is amazing. Jacob is the 13th Lawton High winner of this award since 2002.
Yep, yep. I saw that on Facebook. That's amazing.
Let me guess who's encouraging us.
And also our Lawton Public Schools Transition Program had their annual Valentine's Day dance last week. And judging by the smiles on the photos, everyone had a good time. The LPS Facebook page has some kids dancing that's certainly worth your time to look at. It's quite entertaining.
Well, and we had our AIM
Our AIM banquet.
banquet, and everybody, the mentors and everybody had a really good time. We just want to thank all those mentors that let those students work with them, and Mark was getting everything all lined up. He did a great job for us, so I appreciate all the help we got with that.
Well, and I'd like to thank Patty for working so hard on that. I mean, she really doesn't get all the recognition I think sometimes she deserves on some of these things that she does out of the goodness of her heart and her time. And I couldn't be there, and I'm just so thankful that you do all that.
It's just great, those students, it just makes it all worthwhile.
That is a really impressive, I didn't know about the
Her
program
husband
until
was
this
one of the
year.
mentors.
Yeah, but it's a really great, very impressive program. I'm really proud that we do that.
Yeah.
So, yes. Congrats
thank
to
you.
everybody.
We'll do it again.
And that takes us to the consent agenda, item number 8.
Does anybody need anything removed?
Second?
Call roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Okay, do we have a need for an executive session?
We have a need for a very brief executive session.
Okay.
Move for executive session.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms.
Yes.
Clodfelter? Ms. Nyworth? I'm sorry, Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth? Mr. Jester?
It's all right, I had trouble spelling. Can we have a motion to return to?
I make a motion to return from executive session.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Okay. Minutes for the executive session. The Board of Education went into executive session at 5:15 p.m. Members present included Carla Clodfelter, President, and Patty Nyworth, Vice President, Kelly Edwards, Mary Bradley, and Kent Jester. Others present included Dr. Tom Thomas, Interim Superintendent, and Dr. Ken Baden, Interim Chief Operating Officer. Items discussed included the promoting, employing, and receiving resignations of individual certified and support salary personnel as listed on the certified and support personnel reports. During the executive session, the board discussed these items and no other items, and no action was taken. The board returned to open session at 5:25 p.m. This constitutes the minutes of the executive session. See, when I'm not president, y'all will not know what to do when somebody can read the words straight across.
Agenda item 13, I would request your approval of the certified and support personnel reports.
Move for approval.
Call roll.
Give it to me again. Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes. We have no new business. The next regularly scheduled board meeting is March 10th at 5 p.m. at this location. Item 16, we need to set a new board meeting, March 10th at 3:30 for a tour of Eisenhower Middle School.
Okay.
Make a motion to set the special board meeting.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
And we're down to board announcements.
I'd like to remind everybody that the Lawton Philharmonic Orchestra has a project called Instruments Transformed. And they take old musical instruments, and artists take them and turn them into works of art. And this year we had the Eisenhower Middle School students that decided that they would do a violin. And I said, well, okay. And also Sandra Dunn, their teacher, did a flute that is just amazing. But the students worked and did it together and painted it, and it's really, really cool. So on the 27th of February at the Museum of the Great Plains at 6:30, we'll have all the instruments displayed, and y'all can come see them all. It's a free event. Edgar Cruz, the classical guitarist from Oklahoma City, will play. So just come by and see, but the students have worked really hard, and I want them to realize that people appreciate their artwork. So if you can come by, we
They were
appreciate
middle
it.
school, Eisenhower Middle?
Eisenhower Middle School.
Awesome.
It's
Very
got
good.
a violin, and they painted the front and the back. They really did a good job.
Awesome. Another worthwhile
Thank you.
event from Lawton Public
Yeah,
Schools.
it's gonna be
I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn.
We do.
Second.
Call roll,
Who
please.
made the second?
I seconded.
Kelly. Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Ms. Clodfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.